I'm out of breath because I was running after a plastic bag through the parking lot. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag rolling through the wind? And I'm running after it and it's like running away from me, and I'm like, oh my god. I ran after the plastic bag to throw it away. And now I'm out of breath. Oh my god. For some reason, whenever I get a coffee from Dunkin', I always get a small because it's usually shit. But they always give me like a large coffee straw with it. Look at this. Does this not look stupid? Does this not look stupid? I'm back in Florida now. I'm gonna be here for like 2 weeks. So I'm happy to be back in my car. I think we should take a little bit of a drive together, go find a matcha, go find a cute place to sit and chit chat. And then I'll tell you guys my deepest, darkest secrets and answer your question, okay? Okay. Matcha acquired. I just went to Starbucks because it was close and it's getting late. Whenever I go through drive-thrus and they ask for my name, I give them a fake name, and it's usually Jordan. Jordan is a name that I always wanted my name to be when I was a kid. So I use it a lot now as my alias. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions. Ask me anything and everything, anything that you want to know about me to get to know me a little bit better. And you guys asked me quite a few questions. I have to turn the AC up. I'm so sorry if you can hear it. So after we got past the people just like asking to take me out, can I take you on a date? When can we go out? Da 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 da. Someone asked me how I am, which I think is really sweet. I'm in a very weird time in my life where I feel like I had absolutely everything figured out, like being fully independent. And now I'm older and I feel like I kind of am starting over. This time period of pivoting is important, especially for someone like me that puts their head down and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. I was neglecting myself. Now I feel like God kind of stripped all of my responsibilities away from me to give me a chance to think about what I actually want. I'm good, I'm busy, I'm grateful, and yeah. One thing about me is that I don't know how to make a long story short. I know how to make a short story extra long. Yeah, sorry. Can't help it. Someone asked me, why did I stop modeling? So if you don't know this, when I was like a baby, my mom had me in modeling, and then into middle school and high school, all throughout high school I used to do modeling. I did a lot of editorial and like runway stuff, which was really, really fun. But the reason why I stopped isn't anything negative. I stopped around the time that I went into college. It kind of just fizzled out. Afterwards was doing a lot of stuff with like independent photographers so that they could build their portfolios. Then I got the pictures from it. I never got paid for any of that, but it was nice to have the pictures. What's an ick that's hard to overlook in a man? Oh, there's a lot. Let's like rapid fire stuff. If he's not clean, if he doesn't have good hygiene, if you can tell that his mom did everything for him and he's like incapable of living independently, if he doesn't understand finances, if he doesn't understand anything to do with the real world, if he's an aggressive driver, if he doesn't go to doctor's appointments regularly, if he doesn't know how to plan a date, if he talks to you and like, what do you want to do, or where do you want to go on a date, if he talks to his friends about you, if his friends are icky and disgusting, if he's lustful, if his eyes are wandering, if he looks at other women in public, if he puts other people down, if he talks shit about people, if he starts unnecessary drama, if he's one of those like, why would I compliment you, you already know that you're pretty. There's a lot. I saw this thing where this man was calling himself a baddie. I just feel like these men have like lost the plot. Like there's so many men that are wrapped up in the validation of another man, and I don't understand. There's so many demons attached to people nowadays that it's just like. Someone asked me what my 5-year plan is. I'm just laughing because like I don't do 5-year plans. It's very unrealistic for me anyways to set like a standardized timeline for goals that I want to achieve, because I think when you put your energy towards something, you never know at what pace that skill is going to strengthen and things are going to be achieved. Yeah. Oh, and they said we also went to Bryant together, which is where I went to college. The best education I ever got in my life. And hi. Do you feel like you're accomplishing things that you want or trying to? Let me not get too sentimental with all these life questions. Every day I wake up with the intention to move forward with things that I feel like I'm passionate about. I feel very driven to help people. I think every single person on this planet was put here for a purpose. All of our purposes are different and the way that we achieve that is different, but I feel driven to help people strive to complete their purpose. What's the best restaurant you've ever been to? Not just food, but occasion, ambiance, people, etc. For my local people, because a lot of people who ask me these questions are from Connecticut, Byron in Cheshire, the inside and the patio is great ambiance, and I love their penne alla vodka. There's a lot of places in New York that I like. Quality Italian. This is what my pasta looked like. It was so good. It had like black truffles on top, and it was delicious. Am I a gym girl? If so, what's my routine? I was so in love with the gym that I fell out of love with the gym, if that makes sense. But I'm now back in the gym and I'm loving it. I have like a 3-day split, is that what they call it? I do legs, arms, and then cardio. For all 3 of those days, I walk on the stairs or the treadmill because I'm trying to slim down a little bit. Green and red flags in a relationship. If they have their life together to some capacity, I don't think you need to date someone who is fully formed, but I do think that they need to have drive. Whether they're forthcoming or whether they hide things, whether it's anything, if they prioritize you, if they respect you, if they're intentional, if they remember things that you like, if they do things for you without you having to ask or mention it. I think their family is a big one too. I don't want to judge everyone on what their family is like because everyone is an autonomous being, but I also feel like, unfortunately, people don't necessarily take the time to really reflect on the person that they are and the personality that they've built. We all have like personality traits and characteristics that come from childhood, and unless we are like very self-aware and take time to reflect, heal, grow, spend time alone, like do a lot of these hard things, you will see a lot of mirroring from people's families and friends. So based on the type of company they keep around and their family, I think you can know some things from that. If you don't know your partner and you're still trying to like gather information, I think meeting the family and knowing the family is important. Your makeup always looks so good, but what is your skincare routine? First of all, thank you. What is my skincare routine? Okay, I use the creamy Panoxyl. Panoxyl is controversial. Some people love it, some people say don't use it. I use it every night in the shower. I use the creamy one, not the foaming one, because apparently if you have acne, you're not supposed to use foaming stuff. Don't quote me, do your own research, but I use the creamy Panoxyl. When I'm using it, my face is like damp. I put it on and then I leave it for at least a minute. I do something else, whether it's like wash my body or put conditioner in my hair, whatever the hell, and then I wash it off. I dry my face with a nude towel, never a used towel, because could harvest bacteria. And then I use this brand name Bubble. They have a small orangish red pump. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's for acne. It doesn't like hurt the skin. I don't have sensitive skin, but my sister does and she uses it, and I use it all over my face. And then I'll follow up with just moisturizer. The Bubble brand purple one, they have like a bunch of different moisturizers. They're all for different things. I used the blue one before. I just feel like the blue one was a little bit thin, and I like my face to be very hydrated, which is the only reason why I switched, but they're all good. In the morning, I wash my face again. I used to never wash my face in the morning. And then I went to a girl to get a facial done, and she was like, why don't you wash your face in the morning? And I was like, I thought that strips your natural oils and it's not good to wash your face that much. And she was like, if you're getting acne, then you should. So I have been, and honestly, like, I think it does help. So in the morning, the Bubble brand also, it's like a very clean brand. They don't use a lot of ingredients. I think it's like one of the best brands that I've used thus far. But they have a gel cleanser, and it's like yay big. I again don't know what it's called, but I use that cleanser in the morning, wet my face, wash my face, and then put moisturizer on, and that's it. Like, I've really been limiting the amount of stuff that I'm putting on my skin, keeping it like really simple. I feel like has been helping my skin. I still definitely am getting acne and congestion, but we pivot. What is my favorite album of all time? Easy, Journals by Justin Bieber. If you don't know, you should find out. Did you move to Florida? I really want to. I did move to Florida. It's beautiful out here. I think if you're okay with it being like really hot a majority of the year. I moved out here in February and now it's almost August. I've yet to experience a cold day. I like hot, I like summer. I'm okay with it being hot. I just think that I miss like a cold day sometimes. You walk out and it's like your makeup's melting off your face. There's a lot of traffic out here. Like no matter where you are, there's always traffic. People don't know how to drive out here at all. But yeah, it's beautiful. If I'm gonna stay in Florida, I would love to move to like the Tampa area next, I think. I think I'm gonna go out there and look at apartments at some point. I always thought that I wanted to move more towards Miami, but I've been to Miami a few times and I've yet to see like an area that wouldn't get old to me. I think if you're thinking about it, you should do it. I split my time though. I've gone back up north every single month, I think, for at least 3 days. So I love it, but I'm not in love with it. You seem so calm and at peace. How have you managed to do that? Thank you for saying that. I have definitely put in a lot of work into being who I am today. I moved out of my parents' house like literally the second that I came home from college. When you live alone and you have nobody getting on your nerves, and at that point in my life I had a very easy job and I was not happy. And I think it takes a lot of self-awareness to realize that you're not happy and you have nothing else to blame it on but yourself. And I took a lot of time trying to understand where that came from and how I could really truly heal from that. Not just like what can I do to be happier, but like how do I heal that part of myself that grew up feeling lonely and like nobody understood me. I've always given 100% of myself to people and received nothing close to that in return, and that was affecting me. And admitting that to yourself is really hard, and then finding ways to heal from that is even harder. It was a really long process. I think over the course of 2.5 years, I really locked in on meditating and journaling and practicing what I preach when it comes to the transformative space that we can all be in. We are not our experiences. We are our own people, and detaching and closing those neural pathways that we've created mostly to survive in situations that were hard for us as kids, as teens, even as adults is tough, but it's possible. Easiest way to create peace within yourself is knowing yourself inside and out. Hold on. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, that's being at peace. Calm is a whole nother different thing. I have a lot of patience, but I also have no patience at the same time. When someone is just like dead ass wrong and they have no self-awareness or critical thinking skills, it makes me want to blow my brains out. So I would not necessarily say that I'm like the calmest that I could be, but I've been working on it. So I appreciate you saying that. You said that you feel stressed, and honestly, stressed, why? I feel like we've experienced stress every single day over something at some point in our lives, and we've always gotten through it. So a normal amount of stress is like motivation, but if it's too much, I would try to meditate or just sit with yourself. Sit with yourself like by looking at a blank wall for 10 minutes with nothing on, no outside noise, and just see like where your mind goes. Because sometimes it's just like these voices in our head that we might not even necessarily know are there. And I think a normal amount of stress is good, like when it comes to like completing things, but don't ever stress about something that's not in your control. And if it is in your control, know what the actionable steps are and just like put one foot in front of the other, because the day is gonna start and the day is gonna end regardless of anything, and you are safe and you are loved and you're gonna move forward regardless. Like, don't stress yourself out. It's not worth it. We're not here for that long. What's your greatest redeeming quality? What do you mean redeeming? What the fuck is wrong with me? What do I fear most? Losing my teeth. When I was younger in elementary school or middle school, I had Heelys, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. But I had Heelys, and my dad used to like take my hands and like swing me, so I'd go hella fast. And one of the defects about Heelys is that the laces are stupid long, and the laces got wrapped in my wheels when he was like slingshotting me, and I stopped on a dime and fell on my face and hit my 2 front teeth up I had like, my face was swollen. The dentist told my mom in front of me that I pushed the nerves up in my front teeth when I fell on my face, and they could potentially come down naturally, but if they didn't, I would probably lose my teeth in my 20s. And ever since then, I've had nightmares about like my teeth becoming wiggly and falling out of my head, and it is my biggest irrational fear. These are my teeth. They're mine. I did not lose my front teeth in my 20s, and they're all strong and great, but that is my biggest fear. Do a story time on your stalker that the police was tackling that day. So I have no problem telling that story, but I think that that needs to be its own video. So if that's something that you guys actually want to know about, because that lore runs so deep, let me know. Top 3 favorite books ever. The Power of Positive Thinking is definitely one of them. I don't know, I'd have to think on that, but The Power of Positive Thinking is definitely one of them. It's not a big book, and I recommend it to everybody, so that's a good question. What is the most attractive thing about someone? The way that they see life, and if they are... So I'm like a big actions person, so if they're like very motivated to do things, I find that very attractive as well. I love a smooth talker, I love flirting, but actions are definitely more important to me. This is the last question I'm gonna answer because I feel like this video is getting really long. My personal red flags. Ugh, I hate talking shit about myself, but I'm a very self-aware person. So I would say my red flags are, I prioritize my peace over a lot of things. So if you come into my life and you're disrupting my peace, I am quick to leave. Don't stress me out. I think that's really it. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions. I am a chronic oversharer, but also like very private at the same time. It's a very weird dynamic within myself, so this was very interesting. Yeah, I feel like I talked a lot, so thank you for listening and learning more about me. I am gonna go home, maybe chill by the pool or something, because I can, because it's 94 degrees in Florida right now and sunny and beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to see you soon, and yeah, bye.